Okay. Hi you guys, how you doing? How's it been? How's it hanging? So I know I made like little like videos here and there, but not really like videos on me. Um, and it's, still has to do with that whole being self-conscious thing. And then also like other stuff happened. So if we go back to the beginning of the year, I was working on getting healthy and going to the gym and all that stuff. And it wasn't just like getting healthy physically, but mentally and stuff like that. And I was going to the gym and I was, doing all the stuff. And then I get into a car accident. And I was on bed rest. Thank you. Kid bring me food. Then I was on bed rest. And it was not like bed rest, but it was just like, I really couldn't do much because I couldn't stand for very long without being in pain. I couldn't sit very long without being in pain and losing feeling in my legs and stuff. So it was bad. Not as bad as it could have been, but it was bad. So finally towards the end of April, I started to get better. I'm still like, there's still days where if I overdo it, I will feel it in my back. Like if I go walking for too long or whatever, I will be in pain later. But yeah, so within that, I gained weight and a lot of weight, and it was quick, and you don't realize it when it's happening. Like you don't realize how quickly you can gain so much weight so quickly. Like it how many times I say quick. But yeah, and I gained 10 to 15 pounds like that. And I was extremely disappointed in myself, and I am extremely self-conscious right now, and like I feel gross. I started to look into doing the gastric sleeve, and I talked to my doctor, and my doctor's like, well, look, he's like, I don't recommend the gastric sleeve. He's like, how about you try the shots first? And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that though. Like, I'm like, I I don't know. And he's like, well, there's side effects for both sides. Like, there's pros and cons on both, for both the shots and the surgery and stuff like that. And he goes, the only thing is with the surgery, that's a permanent thing. You can't go back and undo what you do with the surgery. They can't put your stomach back. And he's like, so why don't you do the shots? Because if you don't like it, you can stop. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, well, I'll go home and I'll think about it and stuff. And I talked to my husband, and I looked at my insurance, and my insurance, not even with my pre-existing conditions, with my BMI being high, my sleep apnea, and pre-diabetic, and amongst other things, they won't cover the surgery, but they will do the shots. So I called them and I told them that I'll go ahead and do the shots. So it took about a month, I'm gonna say, of going back and forth with the insurance, trying to get the pre-approval or the prior authorization done for the shot. And I'm on Wagovy. I'm not on Ozempic. Ozempic and Wagovy are the same thing, but Ozempic is more for people that are diabetic than the Wagovy. And actually Wagovy is harder to get approved buy from your insurance than the Ozempic. Because most insurances won't cover weight loss medications, but they will cover diabetic medications, and that's what Ozempic is. And so I kind of knew it was going to be a back and forth. Like, it's going to be a while before I can get the Wagovy. And sure enough, like, they went ahead and it took a prior authorizations and 3 appeals for them to finally approve it. By the 3rd appeal, it was approved, and I was like, score. Cool. So I started my first shot on, where's my book? I think it was June 5th or that week. Whenever it was a Wednesday, because I do my shots on Wednesday. I did my shots on Wednesday after dinner. Well, I don't do my shot. My Andy does my shot for me, because I cannot do it myself. Like, for I don't know what reason, but I cannot. Yeah, June 5th, I took my first shot. Last night, I took my 3rd. I tried giving myself so the first time I like freaked out and I couldn't do it, and I was pacing back and forth in the room, and I was like, I can't do it, and I gave it to Andy to do it for me, and he did it, and I was like, thank you. And I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the needle. I didn't feel nothing, and it was to the point where, like, oh my god, do I need, like, is it there? Like, did you do it? And that was like how it was. So the next week, I tried to give it to myself, but as soon as the needle touched me, I felt it and freaked out, and I was like, I can't. And Andy had to finish giving me my shot. Last night, same thing. I tried and I couldn't, and Andy had to give me my shot again. So I don't know what it is. I can't give myself my shot, but I'm like, I don't feel it when he does it. So I don't know what it is. But it's been okay. I haven't had much side effects yet, but it is the lower dose. I know I have to go up. They usually say once you start going up, you start to feel the side effects, but I haven't felt anything yet. Let me see. What else? And along with that, I've been writing everything I eat down in my little food journal. Everything I eat. Water, if I drink water, if I add anything to my water, like a liquid IV or Mio or anything like that, I write it down. If I have a piece of cheese, I write that down. Like, I'm writing everything down, and how many calories it is and how much protein is in it. Right now, I'm only focused on my calories and my protein, because I need to make sure I keep my protein up and my calories down, so I can stay in a because I'm also eating in a calorie deficit. So I'm eating in a calorie deficit, and I'm making sure that most of my calories are coming from protein. But yeah, that's, and in the past, so I take my shots on Wednesday, and on Friday I weigh myself. Last Friday when I weighed myself, I was already down 9 pounds. So now I'll see where I'm at this Friday, and let you guys know. But yeah, I think I was like kind of hesitant, because I didn't know if you guys want, like, you know me, I'm so nervous about being on camera and sharing with you guys everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys with me on this little journey. And then there is something else that we're doing, that those videos I'm probably gonna post after it's completed, because no quiero que me echan ojo. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you know, you know.